So you're trying to decide whether or not you should move to Warner Robins, Georgia? Well, you came across the right video. I'm a local, I'm here from the area. I'm also a real estate agent, and I'm gonna give you the insider scoop. But here's the deal. If you don't watch this video and get all the information on here, you could be making one of the worst decisions of your entire life, picking your family up and moving to a place you've never gone before. So I hope that I can provide you guys a lot of value with the video. But again, is it worth it? Let's find out. Hey, if you don't know me, my name is Luke Smith. I run a real estate team here in the local Middle Georgia area, and I help people buy, sell, invest, and also relocate here to the Warner Robins area. So if you need some help within your journey or you just have some questions, go to the description below, book a call with me. I'd love to be able to talk to you. So to start things off with number one, things to do here, right? When you're picking your family up, or if you're living by yourself and moving to a place you've never been before, you gotta know what's going on over here in the area. And to start things off, it's not a metropolitan area. So when it comes to actual activities, I'm gonna give you my favorite activities, and I hope that some of these you can deal with, because this isn't Atlanta, this isn't downtown, this isn't New York, this isn't moving to Austin, Texas, right? It's not a club life, there's no nightlife. But I think this is one of the perfect places to be able to start a family and grow a relationship with your family in a comfortable, cozy place. And it all starts with my first one on the list, the Museum of Aviation. The Museum of Aviation is one of the largest museums in the entire United States when it comes to aircraft, and it is gorgeous. Walking through, you can see all of the old aircraft. You can see actually the time frames, the stories about all the aircraft, and you can also walk through and you start seeing uniforms from different eras and different battles that happen and everything like that. It's one of my favorites. One of my sister-in-laws actually works for them, so if you want an insider information, maybe get some deals, just contact me. I'll be able to see if we can hook you up or not. But also, you can have birthday parties at this place. We had one of our nephew's birthday parties here not too long ago, and it was amazing. I love the place to death. That is definitely gonna be number one on the list. Number two, a lot of people sleep on this one. It's the Little League Southeast, right? You didn't know that Little League Southeast was actually here in Warner Robins. Well, guess again, the amazing Little League Park is here, and it draws people from all over the Southeast United States to be able to watch those games. Not only is that a great time, but also if you have someone that's little that is in baseball growing up, you could potentially get them into one of the nicest divisions in all the Southeast if you start them here in the local area. 3, Rigby's Water Park and Rigby's Entertainment World, okay? Both owned by the same guy, Rigby's, and it is absolutely awesome, okay? So awesome, it was my wife's first date night. Not even kidding. They got bowling, they got laser tag, they have skee ball, they have all the entertainment stuff like that. They have billiards. Once you step outside, they got go-kart racing, they have putt-putt. There's so much more. It is so much fun for you and the family to be able to experience, but also on the back side, you pass by the bar and you go to the water park. You can get a season pass. Hey, I got 9 nieces and nephews. I go to that place all the time. They got a lazy river. I love floating around on that thing, keeping track of all the little ones running around. But even though I'm an adult, still have a lot of fun there. Huge water slides, and it is so much fun for the family. Number 4 on my list is Tappanport. It's actually located right next to Ted Wright Park, which is my favorite park in Warner Robins. They have 12 pickleball courts. It's about to be 24. They have multiple leagues throughout the week. Also tournaments going on. Not trying to brag, won gold with tournament. Thank you, Jacob, totally destroyed that together. They also sponsor our pickleball league, so I want to shout them out here real quick. It's an awesome bar atmosphere, and they have a bunch of stuff that's on tap. Really, really good food, really, really great beer, and it's also a good time for the family. And last but not least, I want to throw out Gracie's Rooftop Bar. It's actually a rooftop bar on top of a hotel that's right next to Rigby's, owned by Rigby's, right? Gracie is actually the name of his daughter, and they have some really, really good cocktails. It's a nice place to be able to hang out and have a couple drinks. It's one of the only bars here in the Middle Georgia area. Of course, you can drive up to Macon. We're talking about Warner Robins, and you should not be drinking and driving 45 minutes away. You shouldn't be drinking and driving irregardless. But if you do drink responsibly, I would recommend Gracie's. Now let's get into the juicy part. Cost of living here in Warner Robins, Georgia is actually awesome. And to be able to throw the numbers up, I actually have the statistics right here. The average home value here in Warner Robins is $194,230 as of today, September of 2023. It's actually up 7.8% since last year, which is absolutely crazy, when the national average has only gone up 0.4% in value compared to Warner Robins, 7.8%. Homes typically go pending, so once they hit the market, they typically sell within 6 days, and the average rent here in Warner Robins is about $1,500 per month, 28% below the national average, which the national average is $2,085. But overall, rent across the United States has gone up $201 a year, right? Since last year, it's gone up $201 since last year. And it is a huge burden, right, when it comes to families. But if you actually do the math, living here in Warner Robins is about 55% cheaper than the national average. But buying a home in Warner Robins, Georgia, compared to the US average home price currently at the end of 2023, you're saving $155,000. It is $155,000 on average cheaper to be able to move here. So irregardless of where you're moving from the United States, you might be able to snag an amazing deal. Next is the job market here in Warner Robins, right? If you're moving here because you already have a job or you're looking for a great opportunity, I'm here to tell you that Robins Air Force Base, the largest industrial complex in the state of Georgia, is always hiring, and there's so many great job opportunities on that base. Specifically 2 things. Number 1, contractors. Number 2, government work. If you're looking for a contracting job, I'd recommend Indeed. They always have all their job postings on there. But if you're looking for government work, you're gonna go on usajobs.gov, and then you're gonna type in that search information in there. You're gonna type in Warner Robins, Georgia, do like a 15-mile radius. It's all gonna be government jobs within the military installation or near, but 99% of them, it's gonna be the military installation, and there are so many opportunities. And when it comes to government work, you have what's called the GS scale, from GS1 all the way to GS15. There's amazing opportunities to make great money. But on top of that, within the GS scale, because you are a government worker, most likely your healthcare is gonna be Blue Shield, Blue Cross, so you're gonna have amazing incentives to be able to work, have great healthcare, and a great livelihood. Real quick, I actually looked up the Indeed.com information when it came to how many jobs are within a 15-mile radius of Warner Robins, and this is what I got. 3,764 jobs, right? There are over 1,800 jobs in the area paying over $17.50 an hour, over 1,200 paying $22.50 an hour or more, and right now 593 jobs offering $35 plus per hour. And this isn't even talking about the government scale that I was just speaking about before. This is just jobs that are coming to our market here. And also, I'm gonna be having another YouTube video drop later here in the series of the videos that I'm creating right now that are gonna show the top 10 employers in the area. So stick around and keep watching the videos if you want the insider scoop on who's hiring. Number 4, education. And I just have to start off the bat with being honest, okay? With me having a real estate license, I can't sway you away from school systems, so I can't speak too much about school systems, but what I can do is show you 2 links in the description below that go over the stats of every school system based off the Warner Robins area. Also, you wanna look at Houston County, depending, maybe you wanna live in Warner Robins, Perry, Bon Air, Kathleen, maybe even Byron. So depending on where you wanna move, I'm gonna show you all that stuff and a link in the description below so you can decide whether or not the school system makes sense. But also, real quick, let me brag on Houston County High School real quick. They're the #1 rated school in our entire area, and their graduation rate is almost 6% higher than the Georgia national average, and that's our high school here in the local area. So a little shout out to them. But again, go to the description below if you want to learn more about the local school systems. Number 5, my personal recommendations. I got them written down. These are places you absolutely have to go to if you come to the local area. Number 1, restaurant. My favorite restaurant by far, it's called Yoder's. It's actually in Montezuma, and it takes about 35 minutes to drive there, but it is cafeteria-like cooking done by Mennonites, and they have the best sweet tea. They have amazing food, and it's sit-down, cafeteria style, and I can't brag enough about them, okay? But I know that's not in Warner Robins, so I'll tell you my favorite in Warner Robins is Mellow Mushroom. Their pizza is to die for, okay? You probably had good pizza, especially if you're coming from Chicago. But I don't know what it is about Mellow Mushroom, but every single time the wife and I go there, they absolutely crush it. Amazing dough consistency. It is so delicious. Next, Butcher Shop. Gotta go with Durden's Meats. There's so many butcher shops in the local area, but Durden's just opened up earlier this year and they are absolutely crushing it. They get all of my money. Next is gonna be the sports store. I love Academy. We don't really have a whole lot of sports stores. You can drive up to Macon for Dick's Sporting Goods, but Academy Sports on Watson Boulevard in Warner Robins has pretty much everything you can need. Next, I'm gonna have to say for gym, it was a tie between Max Fitness and Crunch, but Crunch is a little bit closer to where I live. They have more equipment and it's not so crowded. I'm not trying to go to a gym that's just crowded out all the time. And if you're at peak hours going to Max Fitness, it is slammed, okay? During the morning or off hours, amazing. They have great equipment. They have amazing personal training. They got a pool. They have so many different options. But Crunch, it's a little bit closer to me. They have more equipment, so even during busy hours, I can still hit a lift and really not have to worry about picking equipment and waiting in line. Supplement store has to go to NutriCartel. Jake, the owner of NutriCartel, has absolutely made the best supplement store I've ever been to, not just in Middle Georgia, in Warner Robins where his store is located, but in the entire United States. It beats everybody out. He has every product you could imagine, and his product knowledge is phenomenal. If you're going with a goal or something in mind, he knows exactly where it is, or he can order it for you. My favorite grocery store, Kroger on 96, okay? Highway 96 runs through the middle of Warner Robins on the south side, and that Kroger specifically is my favorite. Don't really have to wait in lines. I know where everything's at. Not because I've been there for so long, but it's just one of those stores that they conveniently put everything where you don't get crowded and hitting other people's carts. Also, the workers are absolutely awesome over there, super friendly, always saying, hey, have a blessed day, hey, do you need anything, stuff like that. Also got a Starbucks in there for all you ladies. I know you guys drinking Starbucks all the time. And they have really nice flowers as well in their flower department. Overall, my favorite grocery store. Favorite urgent care, I would say the little clinic within the Kroger that I was just talking about on Highway 96. Doctors are awesome, you're in, you're out. Always can schedule an appointment and get in there immediately if you're sick. Gas station, Buc-ee's. Who doesn't want to go to Buc-ee's? I've never experienced Buc-ee's before it came to Warner Robins, but it is by far my favorite gas station outside of holiday weekends. It is slammed on holiday weekends, but it is literally a grocery store, a hunting store, everything in one gas station. And if you've never been to Buc-ee's, go to Buc-ee's, it's amazing. Park, by far Ted Wright, like I was talking about, they got pickleball, they have like areas to be able to play football, they have splash pads, they have jungle gyms, they have everything for the family. Entertainment has to go to Rigby's. I know, I'm older. You know, that place is designed for kids, but again, there's plenty of stuff for adults to do. And like I was saying, there really isn't any nightlife. There's really not a whole lot of entertainment in Warner Robins. You can drive down to Perry and go and see plays. They have the National Fairgrounds and all that kind of stuff. But with this video being specifically Warner Robins, the entertainment has to go to Rigby's. And bookstores, have to say Gottwall's. It's awesome. They have a bunch of locations all throughout the Middle Georgia area. It's I think a small business owner owns it because I think there's only like 5 of them. But you can go there and get used books super cheap. You can also trade in your books to be able to get credits. I'm a huge reader. I love it. It's awesome. Go check it out. And also to let you know, I'm not sponsored by any of these places. They just do a phenomenal job and they deserve a shout out. And also go there because it's awesome and I guarantee you will think it is as well. Last but not least, let's talk a little bit about Warner Robins downtown and their development that they're doing with real estate. They recently, I mean literally like a few days ago, just spent $2 million on more development in downtown Warner Robins. And if you know anything about Warner Robins, they never built a downtown area. You can't walk around anywhere and they're trying to change that. And that $2 million, I believe, is $2 million out of a total of $9 million they've spent so far in order to create more commercial, more walkability, more stores, more food, and just a place for the community to be able to get around and actually walk to. And the mayor used these words. She was saying that she wants to rejuvenate the heartbeat of our city, and I really think we're moving in the right direction. Sometimes Warner Robins can get a bad rap, and you have all these negative people talking bad about it, but at the end of the day, I'm not from Warner Robins. I grew up in Ohio, I joined the military, I was over in Columbus, Georgia for a while in Fort Benning, and I moved here a few years ago. And I love this city. A lot of people, I don't know why they talk about the noise about, oh, there's high crime and this and that and the other, but if you live here, you'll actually find out that the majority of that is a bunch of nonsense and they don't know what they're talking about. It's an awesome city that I would recommend 100%. But before this video is over, I want to tell you about this crazy opportunity of Grove Landing that just hit the market recently. And I want to give you the insider scoop here real quick. And with it being so new, I'm literally going to read my notes that I have right here on Grove Landing. It's called Parkland Communities, and overall they're building 317 new homes here in the local area. And you're going to have anywhere between 2 to 4 bedrooms, and rents are going to be between $1,850 and $2,350, encompassing all maintenance costs included in that price. You're going to have amenities like swimming pools, playgrounds, you're going to have pocket parks, and there's going to be more. And the impact here on the community is this. With the booming population that we have here in the Middle Georgia area, they want to do a new rent-to-own community. Now, that might not be best for your budget or your long-term financial goals, but you're gonna be able to get into a home that you can do rent-to-own. Maybe your credit score is not perfect, maybe you had some hiccups in the past, but you're gonna be able to have the opportunity to get into something that can eventually be yours. I don't know if that's your situation. If you wanna talk about it, we definitely can. Link in the description below to be able to book a call with me. Hey, thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Also, if you need any more help, I know this is a quick YouTube video and you're legitimately wanting to move to Warner Robins, please book a call below. I'd love to be able to have a conversation with you either on the phone or on Zoom so we can get to know one another. You can get to know the city a little bit better, and we can go over a one-on-one consultation to see what it looks like in order to buy in our current market, right? So if you need any help, I'm here for you. But without further ado, I guess that is the end of the video. I'll catch you on the next one.